Hello YouTube. I wanted to make a video here for anybody that kind of ran into the same problem I did building a water tower system. I initially started looking through YouTube and I saw a lot of good ideas. My idea was to buy two 55-gallon barrels and plumb them together like I've seen on other YouTube videos. So I ordered one from Costco and I ordered the other one from Emergency Essentials. I got both of them in and notice they're from the same manufacturer. They're made by a company called Greif. I don't know if you can see that there, G-R-E-I-F. The problem I ran into with these is I ordered some bung caps down here with a 3/4 inch knockout. That was no problem at all. I was able to do my plumbing, put the valve on there. The problem started when I went to order these buttress caps, the fine thread caps with the 3/4 inch knockouts. These are not universal, and Greif, and I forgot the actual manufacturer's name of the cap. I called both of them and confirmed they do not make a cap for these with the fine threads with a 3/4 inch knockout. So that's kind of when the problem started, because there went my plumbing idea. So what I ended up doing was just the first time I did is I put just the regular cap back on. I filled it up and was aware that I wasn't going to be able to fill it all the way because you need to leave that top cap off for it to vent while it's filling up. So I did that way the first day. I wasn't happy knowing I was probably leaving behind 7 or 8 gallons because you're only going to fill it up to right about here. So what I did is spent some time. I went down to Lowe's, spent a lot of time there trying to figure something out, and believe it or not, it's a lot harder than you would think. But what I finally did come up with was one of these are wash machine adapters. I actually have the package over here. They're called wash machine valves. And I believe these are brass. They were safe for drinking. It was a 1/2 inch. And so the threads on it were about 2.5, I'd say 2.5, 3 inches long. So what I ended up doing was grabbing this 3/4 inch chisel tip right there and kind of centered it right in the center of the drum there in the top. The main goal for me was not to hit this outer edge here. I don't want to puncture it at all. So if you could see, I kind of did it right in the center and it seemed to work both times. So with that chisel tip, I was able to drill that hole all the way through, and it was actually the perfect size. I was able then to get this valve, and it was really tight, but I can actually start threading it, and it did thread through that plastic and made some nice threads in there. Used some Teflon tape on there, used the washer. It did come with a plastic nut for the back, and I tried and I couldn't get it on. But I wasn't too worried because this actually is really tight. I mean, I can't even hand turn it, it's so tight. Filled it up, did a leak test, and no leaking at all, so I was pretty happy. I did silicone it. That'll dry clear eventually, I hope. It's supposed to be clear. So now, when I fill it up, obviously I hook my hose up to the bottom. I open up my valve, and I fill it up until the water starts coming out the top. Then I shut the valve off. Well, I shut the water off first, shut the valve off, and then I drain about 1 gallon out of it. I don't know if that's enough or not. Where I live, it could get minus 14, 15, so it could freeze out here, so I'm trying to leave a little room for expansion. But overall, that seems to be the next best step. If you want to get your 55-gallon barrels all the way full, that's how I did it. Really not going to worry about plumbing them at this time. I'm just going to go this route. So hopefully I'm trying to save anybody some headache that bought these Greif gallon container drums as well. Just maybe give you an idea how to get around that. And then for anybody who's wondering what my tower stand looks like, I just got the idea off the web. This is not my idea, but just went with some 2x6s, notched it out, went with some crossbars. Got a little storage under there, which was kind of nice. But they're full right now, so it's holding all that weight, no problems, pretty sturdy. But I guess overall I'm pretty happy. They're completely full now, and I feel a lot better about it. So once again, hopefully this saves any of you some headaches from going through the same thing.